The one who still looked back. The skeleton stood at the edge of the world. Below it, the earth was split open, breathing fire. Rivers of lava crawled slowly through the cracked land, glowing like the veins of a living monster. The heat rose in heavy waves, distorting the air, painting the horizon in trembling orange and red. Ash drifted like black snow, settling silently on white bone. The skeleton did not blink. It had no eyes to burn, no skin to blister. Yet it looked, not with sight, but with memory. Once this place had been green. The skeleton remembered grass bending under the wind, remembered rivers cool enough to drink from, remembered laughter echoing between hills. It remembered hands, its hands strong and warm, building homes, lighting fires for warmth rather than destruction. It remembered a world that had trusted itself too much. Long ago, the humans believed they were untouchable. They drilled deeper, burned hotter, took more than the land could ever give back. Warnings came first as whispers, rising seas, dying forests, skies that forgot how to be blue. But whispers are easy to ignore when prophets are loud. Then the earth spoke in screams. Volcanoes awakened one after another, not as isolated disasters, but as a chain reaction, like falling dominoes of molten rage. Cities vanished beneath ash clouds. Oceans boiled near the shores. The ground cracked open, and the planet bled fire. The skeleton had once been a man named Aaron. Aaron was not a king, nor a scientist, nor a leader powerful enough to stop the collapse. He was ordinary, and that, perhaps, was the tragedy. He watched the news, felt the fear, and still told himself that tomorrow would come like yesterday always had. When evacuation orders arrived, they were too late. The roads were already rivers of flame. He died standing here, on this cliff, watching the world end. Time passed differently after that. Flesh burned away. Clothes turned to dust. Years, maybe centuries, slipped by unnoticed. The lava below cooled in places, hardened into black stone, then cracked again as new fire surged upward. The world reshaped itself without humans, without regret. And yet the skeleton remained, not alive, not dead, bound to the last moment of awareness, the moment when humanity finally understood what it had done. Sometimes the wind howled through its ribcage like a hollow flute, carrying echoes of lost voices. Sometimes ash covered its skull so completely that it looked like a statue carved from bone and sorrow. But always it faced the lava, because the lava was not just destruction, it was a mirror. In its glow, the skeleton saw reflections of what had been: towers of glass, forests turned to smoke, children staring at red skies and asking questions no one could answer. The lava carried the weight of every careless choice, every ignored warning, every later that never came. But beneath the fire, something else stirred. Life is stubborn. In the far distance, beyond the rivers of molten rock, tiny green shoots pushed through cooled stone. Strange new plants, fed by minerals and heat, claimed the ruins. Creatures adapted, smaller, quieter, wiser. The earth was healing itself, not back to what it was, but into something new. The skeleton tilted slightly forward as if acknowledging this truth. Humanity was gone, but the planet endured. Perhaps that was the final lesson. The world does not need humans to survive. Humans need the world. And when that balance is broken, the earth remembers. The skeleton continued to look toward the lava, not in fear, not in regret, but as a silent warning carved in bone. If humans ever returned, if some distant intelligence ever stood where Aaron once stood, this skeleton would still be here, asking the same wordless question.